It is with great sadness this afternoon we announce the passing of our friend and colleague, MaryEllen Locher. As many of you already know, MaryEllen had for some time been battling cancer. For 20 years she has shared her infectious smile, her charisma, and her professionalism with you and the News Channel 9 family. MaryEllen passed away at her home this morning at the age of 45. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her husband David, her son Alex, and her family. And to MaryEllen, our gratitude for making all our lives special just by her presence. May God bless her.
MaryEllen Locher grew up in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, dreaming of one day becoming a reporter. Her hard work and passion for journalism paid off. She graduated from Penn State in 1981 and became a reporter in her hometown at WJAC. From there, she went on to Steubenville, Ohio, where she anchored the 11 p.m. news and was also the executive producer. In June of 1985, MaryEllen packed up her bags and moved to the South to become Chattanooga's first medical reporter, not knowing that, in the near future, she would be battling her own health problems. MaryEllen fell in love with her new home, and thousands of you fell in love with her. Just 2 years later, MaryEllen was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease. She immediately began seeking treatment and later went into remission. Her faith in God, prayers from many of you, and her courageous will to live helped her battle this first fight. In 1989, a glorious change in her life. She and her husband David received the most precious gift, a beautiful baby boy named Alex. Over the next few years, the Tennessee Valley would hear often the stories, sometimes nightly, of Alex and all his childhood antics. In fact, MaryEllen often said her favorite memory was watching her son swinging for the first time in his outdoor baby swing. But the years seemed to move by quickly. MaryEllen would spend more than a decade on the anchor desk with her dear friend and colleague, Bob Johnson, an award-winning anchor team and one of the longest-running anchor teams in the country. They would be known throughout the area for their great chemistry as a #1 news team, but to many of you, they simply were part of the family. In August of 2000, another life challenge for our dear MaryEllen, a diagnosis of breast cancer. Mel, as we often called her, promised to be off the air for just a short time while receiving treatment. It was another battle she would face courageously, and once again, an amazing outpouring of love came from many of you in the community. Complete strangers would send cards, gifts, emails, and a lot of prayers, which helped win her fight.
I will be off the air for a short while, beginning tonight, to begin treatment for breast cancer.
Almost immediately after the shock of the news wore off, after the shocking phone call, I could almost instantaneously feel the joy that comes with that suffering.
Throughout the years, MaryEllen has been honored for her community service and leadership. The women of distinction welcomed her into their prestigious group, and Chattanooga City and Hamilton County leaders commended MaryEllen for her hard-fought battle and recovery. MaryEllen also received the Tennessee Governor's Award for her outstanding contributions to the handicapped community. She received top honors from the Tennessee Association of Mental Health Centers and served as a founding board member of the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Southeast Tennessee. She also started the Hats from the Heart program for women who have lost their hair from chemotherapy. In 2002, MaryEllen founded what is now called the Children of Breast Cancer Scholarship Fund. The nonprofit organization provides college scholarships to children who have lost a parent to cancer. Many universities around the country are already enriching the lives of these scholarship students, including MaryEllen's alma mater, Penn State. In May of 2004, MaryEllen was once again diagnosed with cancer. Already a two-time survivor, she faced yet another fight with grace, dignity, and determination. Over the past year, MaryEllen continued to reach out to a community which has embraced her for nearly 20 years. Because of her inspiring words to breast cancer survivors and her own courageous fight, Memorial Hospital named its new breast cancer center in her honor. MaryEllen is our beacon of light. She will be remembered as a loving and caring mother and wife, an impassioned journalist, and a Christian of great faith who now has eternal peace. MaryEllen, we love you, we miss you, and we will never forget you.
What? Are you really? Are you? I think you did. Did you? Yeah. You get so excited. Talk to me. Tell me more. Say hello. Hello. Goo goo. Hi, everybody. Get that tongue in there. Get that tongue in there. Hi.
Well, we certainly don't want to put a damper on things for you, but it's only fair to warn you that there will be some uninvited guests at the Riverbend Festival tonight. I'm talking about bugs, not people. And Action News reporter MaryEllen Locher is standing by live at Riverbend with some tips on fighting off these unwelcome but unavoidable pests. MaryEllen, how's the bug situation? I don't see any fly swatters or insect repellent in hand there or anything.
Not yet, Bob, but I'll tell you what, I'm swatting gnats like crazy. Saw one mosquito, and that's about it for the bug patrol. But I'll tell you what, there are a lot of people around here, and the last thing they're thinking about are bugs, and it's not going to spoil any of their activities. I can tell you that right now. One thing we do know is the warm weather we've been having, along with the heat. It makes for prime conditions, I'm afraid, for the breeding of mosquitoes. And we'll see some ticks this summer, too, whether we like it or not. The best way to avoid tick attacks without staying indoors is to wear protective clothing. Long pants and long sleeve shirts, things that cover the skin, are the best defense. If you are outside for a long time in a grassy area, you should check for ticks periodically. They're tricky buggers, though, and if you happen to get bit, here's how the experts say to remove them.
The goal is to cut off the oxygen to the tick, and so you cover it with some type of a solution like Vaseline or mineral oil. You wait about 10 minutes. The tick probably won't pull out, but at that time you either need to use tweezers or some type of thick material like a heavy paper towel, wax paper, something like that that won't absorb, and pull at the tick right where it's in the skin and pull out gently, making sure you get the head and all parts.
Needham says you should never remove a tick with your fingers because of the threat of Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Mosquitoes are often the most pesky summer insect, but they can be the easiest to fend off if you use some kind of repellent. There are a variety of insect repellents on the market. They're relatively inexpensive and a good investment when you're thinking about spending any extended amount of time outdoors. But their effectiveness depends on each individual. What's right for you may not be right for everybody else. The thing to look for when shopping for an insect repellent is the amount of N-dithylmetatoulamide, or DEET for short. That's the chemical that actually stops the bugs.
Make sure it has a 100% DEET content. And mainly what it does, it changes your own body chemistry so that you don't smell like a food source to the bugs. It's not exactly a repellent, it just makes you inert, kind of. They don't care about you anymore.
So it mixes up their bug radar.
Right.
Now, this does not mean you're going to be devoured by bugs when you come down here to the Riverbend, far from it. But these are good precautions to take any time you're going to be outdoors in the summer, even if you're just taking a long walk. Now, Bob and Pam, I know you're anxious to come down here, but I want to warn you, do not wear too much perfume or aftershave, because I'll tell you what, those are going to attract.
A lot of people don't realize the sense of humor that Mel had. She'd come in the door and she'd have this smile, and you could just say, "Oh, hi, Mel," and she'd say, "Oh, hey, you," and she'd just light up a room whenever she came in.
She had a great love for people, and you know, her own family was important, but she still thought work was important, and she was like everybody else. She was
a giving person, infectious smile, compassionate, full of integrity, a consummate journalist, but more than that, a friend to everybody in this newsroom, everybody she met. You couldn't meet.
She spoke at a church one time where I was at, and she was a very good person, and I know she's going to be missed.
So sad to hear about her passing today, but she's fought a good battle, and it's just a real traumatic thing, I'm sure, on her family and everything. But like I say, she's like one of the best television personalities that I'd ever experienced.
I appreciate her energy. I appreciate her commitment to trying to do something about breast cancer. And like I said, she's just been a great inspiration. She doesn't even know me, but
all great people leave a good example. And that's what stays on far beyond their days here.
Judge Bob Moon told MaryEllen a couple of months ago she was a wonderful inspiration to him and so many people. After seeing news of her retirement and failing health, he started writing a tribute poem to MaryEllen. Last night, Judge Moon could not sleep. Early this morning, he finished Between the Roses.
No one will really ever forget the happiness that you brought together. No one will really ever know some roses are forever. When the warm breezes blow in the heavenly haze.
US 101 celebrates the life of MaryEllen Locher, a dear friend who brought joy into the life of so many people.
You know, the Lord could have taken MaryEllen away 20 years ago, but He didn't. He left her on this earth to be a great witness and a great testimony for others.
Many of you poured out your heart on the air. US 101's decks grew very close to Mel. Her dynamite smile and love for others.
I love MaryEllen. I grew to know her very well through the years, and I know she suffered a lot, and I know she's not suffering anymore because I know what an incredible spirit she was, and I know she's walking with the angels today.
Todd Womack gave us his Mel story of how she helped his sick father.
So she spent a long time on the phone over the course of several weeks with my dad, helping him get in touch with this doctor in Atlanta, and which really provided him with a great amount of relief.
Judge Moon says Mel's humble nature was most remarkable. He added one word described her best: genuine.
We will meet you again between the roses, for the roses always are, close for comfort, reminding us well that you are never far.
MaryEllen loved people, loved life, had such a wonderful faith and encouragement to all of us, and she would say, be healthy, you know, enjoy life, and take care of yourself.
MaryEllen's battle with cancer first began in 1987. She was diagnosed with Hodgkin's, but she turned a negative into a positive, and through her faith in God and love for people, she became a pillar in the cancer community.
MaryEllen has a huge heart. She's just a great asset to this community, and when she takes on a project, she takes it on and gives it, 500% effort.
While sitting in her doctor's office one day, she decided to come up with a way to help women who had lost their hair to cancer. That's how Hats from the Heart was born. Thousands of crocheted hats later, she has warmed the heads and the hearts of thousands of women in the area, including three-time cancer survivor Emma Dean Castle.
I can relate to MaryEllen's story very closely because I watched her as she was so brave after her cancer and then having her child.
But she didn't stop there. In 2002, she created the Children of Breast Cancer Foundation. The program has given 50 college scholarships to the children of cancer patients. But that kind of effort was typical for MaryEllen.
Through all the years, not just recently, but for so many years, she gave to the community of herself, her own time, her personal time.
MaryEllen volunteered much of her time at Memorial Hospital to help and inspire breast cancer patients. So it was only fitting that Memorial Hospital pay tribute to the woman who gave so much. A year and a half ago, they created the MaryEllen Locher Breast Cancer Center. Phase 1 will open next month. And people who knew her well say there is no better legacy.
For someone who did not know MaryEllen Locher, if anybody could have a quarter of the heart that she had, and the passion that she had for whether it be breast cancer, being a mother, being a wife, being a friend, those are the things that I think that she would like to be remembered for.
You don't know how it'll turn out. I don't know, but I know that I have faith that whatever happens, it's going to be good. I have that peace.
She was full of vim and vigor, and yet she cared so much for everyone that she touched, and she made an impact on everyone's lives, and she'll be greatly missed.
MaryEllen concentrated on other people, and she was very much in helping people, and cared about people and what they felt, what their lives were like, and it was very evident today.
She just had a light about her, and she would always put a smile on your face. So she will be sorely missed.
We can't sit in that church and suffer. We have to sit in that church and say thank you for all that she taught us. She taught us to wear a smile every day, even on the bad days.
Today's service began at 3. Inside, much laughter and some tears as stories of MaryEllen are shared. For so many, MaryEllen's grace and composure under the most difficult challenges gave this community someone to look toward for hope and strength. A difficult measure for anyone, but MaryEllen opened the doors of her heart and the window into her life to not only give others that hope, but she also took the steps to look toward the future. She founded the not-for-profit Hats from the Heart program, giving free hats to cancer patients on site at cancer treatment centers. She also founded Children of Breast Cancer Foundation, providing endowment money to public colleges and universities for children who have lost a mother to breast cancer.
MaryEllen is home. She's free. But she was selfless because every day, people that saw her got a smile from her. They got a kind word. They got a reminder of what's important. That's self.
When the sun sets on a flower, its beauty is not diminished by the passing day. Instead, we remember it fondly, alive and beautiful in the morning sun. The sun will rise again tomorrow, revealing the flower once more, presented in new light, more beautiful than before.
And to MaryEllen, our gratitude for making all our lives special just by her presence. May God bless her.
Oh, we never know where life will take us.
it's just a ride on the wheel. And we never know when death will shake us, and we wonder how it will feel. So goodbye, my friend. Goodbye, my friend.
Thanks for watching News Channel 9, and for more great local coverage, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. News Channel 9, depend on us.